Good morning, friends. I hope everyone is doing well. I request everyone to watch my videos in a sequence for better understanding. In this video, I want to discuss about what is an instruction and how many types the instruction is classified based on the number of operands. Okay. Now let me discuss what is an instruction. Instruction is a sequence of bits. Okay. Now as you know that our computer is a stored program execution, meaning is that any program if you want to execute, first you need to store it into the main memory. Usually we will have the programs in the secondary memory. So if you want to execute any program, first you need to bring it into the main memory, then only the processor can able to execute the programs. Now if you see that any program is a collection of instructions. Okay, so an instruction is a sequence of bits. Collection of such instructions, we will call it as a program. Okay, so any instruction if you see, it consists of three parts. One is that instruction mode. Okay, we have three parts. One is the instruction mode. What is the mode of instruction? Okay, and what is the opcode of the instruction and the operands. Okay, if you see the any instruction which will consist of three parts, one is the instruction mode, another one is the opcode, and another one is the operands. Now what is meant by instruction mode? We have different types of instruction modes are there, like direct addressing, indirect addressing, register addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, auto increment or auto decrement. So many addressing modes are there. So the instruction mode will tell which address instruction it is, whether it is a direct address instruction, whether it is an indirect address instruction. All these things can be identified with the help of instruction mode. And what is the opcode? What operation you want to perform, whether you want to perform addition or you want to perform subtraction, whether you want to perform any multiplication or anything, will be represented with the help of an opcode. Okay, so opcode will tell what operation you want to perform in the instruction. Now what about the operands? Now whether you want to perform the operands, like you have only one operand is there, whether you have two operands. Let's take that I want to write like add a comma b. Now if I write this one, how many operands are there? Two operands are there and one opcode is there. So this is an one instruction. So add is an opcode and a and b are the two operands. So what is the meaning? It will be like a is equal to a plus b. Meaning is that you want to perform the addition between the value which is there in the a and the value which is there in the b, and the result you want to store it in the a. Is it clear? So this is about the operands. Now based on the number of operands in an instruction, the instructions are classified into four types. Let me discuss again. Based on the number of operands in an instruction, the instructions are classified into four types. One is zero address instructions. Okay, and second one is one address instructions. Third one is two address instructions, and fourth one is three address instructions. Okay, based on the number of operands, the instructions are classified into four types. One is zero address instruction, one address instruction, two address instructions, and three address instruction. Now let me discuss what is zero address instructions. Okay, now zero address instructions, suppose let's take that you does not give any operand here, only you will have the opcode. Zero address instruction means you will have the mode and the opcode. There are no operands are there. Is it clear? The number of operands are zero here for zero address instruction. The best example is that let's take that you have a stack. Okay, now you want to perform a plus b. Let's say that you want to perform addition between the a and the b, operand a and operand b. So how you will execute with the zero address instruction is, you will push the a. So on the stack, the operand A will be pushed. Then you will push the B. So B will be done. Now how you will represent the zero address instruction is, you will simply write add. Then the top element in the stack and the next element will be performed addition. So this is one example of zero address instruction. See here I did not specify any operand here. Am I right or wrong? Are you able to understand? So these kind of instructions, we'll call it as a zero address instructions. Okay. Or similarly, if I write pop, here I am not specifying any operands here. Okay. So I am just discussing about the opcode only. What operation I need to perform. What is meant by pop? Pop is nothing but the deleting the topmost element from the stack. So this is also one example for the zero address instructions. So when an instruction consists of zero number of operands, such instruction we will call it as a zero address instruction. Now what is meant by one address instruction? If the number of operands is equal to 1, then such instruction we will call it as a one address instructions. Now let's take that. Add A. Now how many operands are there? Only one operand is there and you have a opcode. Such instructions we will call it as a one address instruction. Now how it will be performed? You can say that, sir, if I want to perform addition, I need two operands. Am I right? Between A and B, I can perform the addition. With only A, how can I perform the addition? We will have a register called accumulator, which is a special purpose register. We'll call it as an accumulator. What is the purpose of accumulator is, it will store the temporary results. Okay. So whenever you have a one address instruction, what is the content is there in the accumulator? Let's take that accumulator is having the value 5. Okay. So if I write add A, it will be performed like accumulator is equal to accumulator plus A. Are you able to understand? So let's take that A is having the value 6. Then it will perform 5 plus 6 and the result will be stored in the accumulator back. So are you able to understand? If I write one address instruction and the opcode and one operand, then the operation will be performed between the accumulator and the operand. Suppose similarly, if I write subtraction, the value which is there in the accumulator and the value which is there in the this operand will be performed the subtraction and the result will be stored back into the accumulator. Okay. So this is about one address instruction. Now let me discuss about the two address instruction. I think by this time you can easily say that what is a two address instruction. If you have two operands in an instruction, that kind of instructions we will call it as a two address instruction. The best example is add A comma B. Now how it will be performed? It will be A is equal to A plus B, or if I write MUL A comma B, A is equal to A into B will be performed and the result will be stored back into the A. Is it clear? So this is the example for two address instructions. Now we will discuss about the three address instruction. What is meant by three address instruction? If the number of operands in the instructions are 3. Let's take that I have written opcode and 3 operands if I mention A, B, C, then we have 3 operands here. So such kind of instructions we will call it as 3 address instructions. Now how this operation will be performed as A is equal to B plus C. So here we will call it as A as the destination operand, B and C are called as the source operands. So B and C, the value which is there in the B and the value which is there in the C will be performed addition and the result will be stored in the operand A. So we have discussed about 0 address instruction, 1 address instruction, 2 address instruction and 3 address instruction. I hope you have understood what is an instruction and about these 4 categories. If you still have any doubts related to this video, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will clear your doubts in less than 24 hours. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.